The Right Along with Vanessa morning show starts now. This week's episode is sponsored by Dollhouse of Tampa Salon and Studio. Find your inner doll. They offer quick weave, sew-ins, and much, much more to fit every occasion. Need a wig? Selena's got you. She will customize a unit just for you. Book your next appointment on Booksy today. Did someone say nails? Honey, forget the Bayhive. Contact Queen Bee herself. She offers customized designer nails and even designer press-ons that she will customize and ship to you. Braids, and even twists. Book with Tiffany right on Facebook. Find your inner doll at Dollhouse Tampa Salon and Studio. Tampa. This week's episode is sponsored by Dollhouse of Tampa Salon and Studio. Find your inner doll. They offer quick weave, sew-ins, and much, much more to fit every occasion. Need a wig? Selena's got you. She will customize a unit just for you. Book your next appointment on Booksy today. Did someone say nails? Honey, forget the Bayhive. Contact Queen Bee herself. She offers customized designer nails and even designer press-ons that she will customize and ship to you. Braids, and even twists. Book with Tiffany right on Facebook. Find your inner doll at Dollhouse Tampa Salon and Studio. The Stay in Love TV podcast is here. Enjoy topics that will inspire, encourage, and empower you. Why not listen together? Stay in Love TV, now on Spotify. This week's episode is sponsored by Hustle and Bling. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. Lovely paparazzi designer pieces for only $5. That's right, $5. And don't worry about it if the kid gets in the jewelry box. They're only $5. Make sure you catch Allison Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays live on Instagram and Facebook, promoting some of these wonderful fashion fixes that you'll enjoy. And if you miss it, check out the website. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling. Hustle and Bling. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started. Hello everyone. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It's a brand new season. We're in a brand new city. And guess what? Everything is going your way. You guys ready? Let's go!
everyone. How are you? How are you? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It is fun, fantastic, funky Friday, and I'm wide awake now, baby. I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope your week was filled with productivity. I hope your week was filled with protection, provision, power, all those wonderful benefits of existing in God. I hope you've received everything that you're asking for, and if not, keep on asking, because guess what, baby? It's yours. It's yours, baby. It's yours. That's right. It's all yours. Yes, it is. Just for you. I am Vanessa Klinger, guys. Oh boy, I'm just trying to get myself parked here because we're on the beach and it's already, summertime is here. Summertime is here. So let me just make sure that I park like I'm supposed to. That's right. Hot Dog Klinger is in the house and he's moping because the sun is out and he can't help himself. He is ready to frolic and run in the grass, but not yet because we have to do a show. So, how you guys doing? Woo! Fun, fantastic, funky Friday. It's summertime. Now, listen. Okay. Just, woo, let me calm down. Okay. You guys know that okay. Let's just get through. Let's just get through and then we'll go into good day, spirit. Good day, cozy. Good day, host of witnesses and ancestors. Good day, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Good day, Dolores Cannon. Good day, Stuart Wilde. Hmm. Good day, everybody. Yes, yes. Okay, so it's time for the Friday song. We'll do the Friday song and then we'll go into what I want to share with you guys. Okay, you guys ready? A one, a two, a one, two, three. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. And today is the day. And today is the day. And today is the day. Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. We provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. Yes, yes, yes. When I take it higher, baby, I'm gonna take it higher, baby. Yeah, because if you think about it, listen to it now. If you think about it, okay, I'm taking you higher into the dimensions of God. Okay, so that means that makes sense because as you evolve, you go higher and higher into your awareness and your intellect and understanding and knowing that we are operating in a very low dimensional frequency. We're high dimensional beings. That's where we exist. But we're here in lower dimensional 3D. Why? You know why. You know why. It's just an experience. It's just an illusion. And there's I think the purpose behind it all is so that we can choose. Just to choose. I really do. I think it's just for us to choose. Choose. Choose the experience. Choose love over hate. Choose this and that. It's opposite, because this is a balanced universe. So whatever you choose, that is the energetic frequency timeline that you will experience. That is the world that you would experience. So what happens? Now, you know what? There's a million questions that I don't have the answer to because I haven't thought to ask Spirit. But you can ask Spirit, So I'm thinking, because I ask a lot of questions, and some things I'm just like, you know what? That's just too much for me I can't process it at this level. So I just don't even ask. But the one thing that I do ask is, why are we here? I mean, what's the purpose of it all? What's the purpose of having a bad guy and good guys and all this kind of stuff? And I've just deduced that it's just to choose. Choose. What would you like? Would you like to experience hell? Would you like to experience heaven? Would you like to experience low dimensional frequencies? Or would you like to experience high dimensional? Choose. All this other stuff, it's entertainment. When you know what entertainment really means, you'll get it. It's just entertainment. So why are you worrying about your bills? Huh? Why are you worrying about your stuff? It's just an experience. I think that you know, you can get tired of the game because you don't feel as if you're winning. I have an answer for that too. So if you feel like you're existing in this life and nothing ever work for you and you don't feel as if you're winning in life, I honestly believe it's because you haven't stepped into your true design, that you're operating and imitating a character that's not written for you. Once you are suited up into who you really are, then you're able to see that this is an experience. That's all it is. All this seriousness about this and that. Oh, my goodness. Why? It's why? Just choose to exist and choose to choose what feels good for you. And what I mean by that is choose love, choose joy, all those wonderful fruits of the spirit. Choose those. That long suffering, I think the long suffering is because we're here and we want to be somewhere else. But it's all about doing what you need to do in order to evolve to the next dimensional timeline that you want to experience. Now, we've been doing a deliverance prayer. You've been watching any of the episodes, listening to them on the podcast. We're doing the deliverance prayer, and the intention behind it is to be delivered for something and set free and severed. So, and be elevated to another timeline where you're no longer having that experience. That's objective to it. And for you to script out your own specific prayer that's aligned with what you are desiring to be delivered from. Mine, I just gave, this is just, verbiage, but I want you to modify it so that you can recite it every day for 30 days. Here we go. Ready? Dear God, angels, guides, and spirits who serve our Almighty Creator, the source of all things. I desire not to experience this anymore. So I'm asking for support to get me to a space where there is no longer part of my life experience, where this habit is no longer a part of my experience. May there be no harm to my body or soul as this change takes place. I ask that the code be rewritten now. Thank you, God and mighty ancestors, for empowering me to meet this objective. Hey, excuse me. Yeah. So recite the deliverance prayer for 30 days and see what happens. Okay. All righty then. All righty then. Time is on my side today. It's only 15 minutes after. We've gotten through most of everything. Let's do our spiritual PSA here. Okay. Spiritual PSA. Take this out. And okay, yeah. Here we go. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. That living freely and lightly, I know what that means. It's as if you feel as if you're in such a high frequency of joy that you feel as if you're in a cartoon, that you just want to frolic and leap, and everything's just light, right? So if you're tired, worn out, burned down on religion, get away with God. Get away with God in you. Commune with Spirit, and He'll show you. Spirit will show you how to take a real rest. Walk with Spirit. Work with Spirit. Spirit will download and give you the information on how to do and how to align yourself with that place of peace and tranquility that you seek. And you'll learn the rhythms of grace. It won't lay something ill-fitting or heavy on you. If you keep company with Spirit, you can learn to live freely and lightly. Yes, you can. That's right. Matthew 11:28 through 30. Message version. Yes, 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 yes. So, okay. We have our season finale of Spiritually Speaking happening this Sunday. And I'm very excited. We have a very special 2-hour episode. And we'll be bringing it to you. We're going to run the ad shortly. But I'm really looking forward to it. This season went by so quickly. And we talked about supernatural visitations. Right? So join us Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Spiritually Speaking and Awakening. Season finale. Supernatural visitations. And we're closing it out with the Mountain Transfiguration. But we're also going to have some amazing guests who are going to be sharing their own supernatural visitation experience. Yes, yes, yes. So I hope you can join us for that. Spiritually Speaking and Awakening. St. Joe Typical Bible Study. That's right. Okay. Today's lecture is Your Story Called Victory. Gideon, fearful yet faithful. And there's something about there's something about when you're experiencing traumatic things, right? And you don't feel victorious at all. Already it's a little teaser. And you don't feel victorious at all. You actually feel like you're going crazy, but you're not. You are becoming a better version of you. So when you start to have these shifts and changes in your life that you don't see coming, you have to remind yourself, wait a minute, this is my story. You mean to tell me that I wouldn't have the inside scoop on my story? God is not the author of confusion. So if it's your story, then you have to realize that you are victorious and that your story in every storyline, you're ready to win. Takes a long time to get it, but once you finally do, you'll get it. And the Bible, is full of stories of triumph and victory. And today we're going to be talking about Gideon. But there's something about that personal experience that everything that you're going through, it's a part of your story called victory. It really is. So, scripture reference Judges 6 through 8, and go grab yourself a refreshing beverage. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Your story called victory. Scripture reference Judges 6-8. So stay tuned. Do, 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 do.
Get your copy of Mental Equation, available on Amazon and on Stay in Love TV, today's Michelleology.
Seven.
Hello, everyone. Vanessa Klinger here. Join the great Michelle Massey Washington and I for another exciting season of Spiritually Speaking and Awakening. This ain't your typical Bible study. Get ready to become enlightened as we can. Hello, everyone. Vanessa Klinger here. Join the great Michelle Massey Washington and I for another exciting season of Spiritually Speaking and Awakening. This ain't your typical Bible study. Get ready to become enlightened as we continue to provide a modern day perspective on the biblical scriptures, where we teach God's principles and the practices of Christ as we continue to magnify everything that Christ represented. The purpose of watching and listening to our show is that you leave enlightened and filled with joy. Would you like to become a guest on Spiritually Speaking and Awakening? Well, we would love to have you. Join in on the discussions, share your story, promote your product, service, and or upcoming event. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com, leave your details, and we'll contact you. Stay in love.
That's right. And Spirit Speaking Awakening, our season finale is Sunday, 7 p.m. And we have a whole panel of guests who will be stopping by. All of the guests from the season agreed to join us. So we have just a great lineup on the show. Dr. Jody Bear, she launched it. She's going to finish it. She's going to also be joining us at the top of the hour and sharing with us and just bringing her wonderful nuggets of wisdom and sharing with her supernatural visitation story. So we're looking forward to that. And also we have Fred Calloway, Rex Sykes, Lydia Burden, Freeland for Sale. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just so many of them. And I'm so glad that they agreed to stop by and join us. So we're looking forward to it. So yeah, join us 7 p.m. right here on Stay in Love TV. Yeah. But today we're talking about your story called victory. It's already getting hot in here. It's summertime. Your story called victory. Scripture reference Judges 6-8. The story of Gideon. Your story called victory. Now, a few years ago, actually it was 2017 actually, and this is when I just started doing ride-alongs, and I was just coming live on Facebook, and I was just made to put 10-15 minutes sharing, and it was a very a relative of mine. She was going through something. She was going through a dark night of the soul, and she didn't know how to handle it. And a lot of times when people are going through the dark night of the soul, we can't process it. We don't know how to define it, and want to throw people in mental hospitals because they either want to kill themselves or they're not, here. They're being irrational, and it's because all of that. Not because all, but depending on the situation and what it is that the dark night of soul, what's required of you to evolve. See, that's what makes it so personal, right? Because when you're going through a dark night of the soul, it's always for your betterment, and that supports all things work together for the good. But you won't realize that when you're going through it because it feels like shit, right? And you want to die, or you're in so much pain you just want it to stop, right? Well, you know better, you do better. And that's why I'm here to share with you all so that you can understand that when you're going through something, you're not going crazy. You're evolving. You are becoming. And I wanted to be there for her so much. And I don't know, for some reason, sometimes I get a little tongue tied and I don't really, I'm not able to articulate the words, but I was able to get out, you are becoming. She said, what? Like, I don't know, but I know what it is now. You are becoming that better version of you. And in order to do that, it's going to require some adjustments and changes and tests. All of this, right? To your software, your hardware, all of it. It requires that in order so that you can be a better version. Get it? A better version. So it requires upgrades. And those upgrades are can mirror horrible traumatic experiences where you have to process those. Right? Okay, so you got all this information coming at you, right? And when these traumatic experiences and you experience those, the majority of times we keep it at bay, right? We don't internalize it. We don't process it. When you process it, you ingest it. When you experience it, it's just there, right? So in order for you to become a better version, you have to process the experience of what you've taken in. See, it's unprocessed information, unprocessed experiences that will cause you to trip up. When you process those experiences to the best of your ability, and what's then you will evolve. You will get your upgrade, and you'll know it because there'll be internal and external depictions of your upgrade. They don't call it upgrade for nothing, baby. Yeah. So she's going through all that. That was just in 2017. So much. But honey, once 2018 rolled around, her whole life changed. It even started to change in the latter part of 2017 as she finally focused on getting herself together and processing everything. Her whole life changed. Sure, I'm sure she would want a different experience. But your upgrades will replace all of that sadness with joy. Yeah, whole life changed. So when you're going through that, just remind yourself, wait a minute, this is my story. And it's a part of my story called victory. All that adversity, all that rejection, everything that you having to suffer and endure. You mean to tell me that I agreed to that? Yes, yes, yes. So you mean to tell me that I agreed to the death and the destruction in my land? Yes, yes. And you mean to tell me that I agreed to having this experience and they hauled me away for all these years? Yes, yes. You agreed to it. When you finally accept that, then you can take your power back. Then that's when your supports will show up. That's when your ancestors, your host of witnesses, that spiritual and that physical support will show up when you finally assume responsibility, your spiritual responsibility in knowing, yes, I agree to this. This is my story. Before the foundation of the world, God and I had a conversation. He had a conversation with me and mine, and boom, here I am. And I've been hard coded with the instructions and the detail. And all I have to do is get tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. Process the information and keep it moving. I chose this avatar. I chose this life experience. I picked out all the characters to play this game called life. If you are part of a game, When you write and you're the main character that you win, have you ever noticed in those games? Uh, well, the way they're written is that the main character always comes out on top. So why are you stressing, freaking out, panicking, want to give up and quit? Why? You're the main character. And you're designed to win. Yes, you are. Be still and know that I am God. When you be still and know I am God, be still and know that I am God. You know, you can look at that a couple ways. I am God. Be still and know. So you can speak to your situations and command them to be still. And wait a minute, you better recognize I am God. The God in me has given me the victory. You better recognize, be still and know. You better recognize I am God and I have the victory. Now, Gideon, your experience. If you look at all the stories in the Bible, not all, the majority of the stories in the Bible, there's always this one little ingredient that holds the majority of God's people back. Fear. During my first season of doing these videos and stuff, I remember I was going to the library because I didn't have where to live, really, a place where I could actually record it. And it was 30, I don't know, it was freezing weather. And one of the videos, I think I'm going to stream them. I'm going to start streaming the classics, right? I'm going to start streaming some of those. But it was called Fear is the Culprit. And it is fear. Okay, so just give you guys some backstory. The Israelites, notorious for as soon as God gets them out, they can run right back to their idols. All the experiences that God had taken them through all these years. I've been with you all this time. I took you through this. I'd have delivered you from Pharaoh, done all this and all this stuff, and raised up leaders, people to warriors to guide and help you and lead you to victory and deliver you from the bondage that you got yourself in because you agreed to, God. So the Midianites, which was a descendant of Abraham, one of the harlot's children, still in the family though, had built up a worship of Baal. Does that sound familiar? So a worship of Baal, still to this day, same old stuff. That's what I'm telling you. This ain't nothing but a game. All this time, and it's the same idols, the same. Come on now, y'all. Let me get back on topic. Okay, so they built up this altar and they're gonna worship Baal. They're gonna worship the gods of this world. That's what it is. Because we still here. They worship the gods of this world, Baal. So they didn't know what was going on because every year they go and they produce all this. The land blessed them and all that, and here come the Midianites, bullying them and taking and stealing and robbing from them. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So here come the Midianites, relatives, distant relatives, coming to take everything and just plummet through and just destroy every year. 7 years, God allowed this to happen. And the people crying out, oh, God, save us. We just don't know what to do. We're being impacted. Our experiences, our life is being impacted because of our disobedience and idol worship. God, please help us. All right. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but come on now. This is why. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. So this is why the church at the level of where it was, it had to. closed. I mean, they're dying. Why are they dying? Because something needs to be reborn. A new church has to be reborn. A true church. A church of love. A church where we are liberated and free. So, all this time we were learning about Gideon and all this stuff and how being, God's gonna, because we were taught that God existed outside of us. So there was no sense of connection. We just thought that God was gonna do it for us. So when we did stuff that we didn't have no business, there was that disconnection. We thought, that was separate from. No, I and my Father are one. You and God are one, and one can't exist without the other. That's true. So they sinning and idol worshiping, and we doing the same thing. Some of us worshiping the idols of this world versus worshiping God. What do you mean by worship? Okay, let's break that down. Worship. You going to war. That means you are on the side of this world because you are worshiping the gods of this world. That means you are on that side. You are grouped up with them. When you worship God, you are in that group. See, it's all about choices. Yeah, it's all about choices. So they go and they worship the idol and bow down. Same with us. We go and worship stuff we ain't got no business. That's why all these money mantras and all that. I'm kind of leery about all those. I mean, they're good for affirmations and stuff, but the constant just 24/7. I get it where you have to become obsessive with it till it becomes a part of your vibration. But the fact that no, where it's your main point of conversation, where you're talking about money and this and that, and anyway, so they worshiping gods and stuff and crying out to God, and there's Gideon hiding because he hiding from the Midianites. They done come through and struck again. He hiding. Here come God. God always show up when you're hiding, don't he? Spirit always comes to you to talk to you when you are hiding from what you need to confront. So God told him, so look, it's time to bring my people out, and I've heard their cry. He said, the Lord is with you. Why are you shivering, mighty man of valor? He said, talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. But Gideon was like, wait a minute now. Pardon me, Lord. But if you are truly with us, why'd you let all this happen to us? Why is it we always blame God for the stuff we get ourselves into? Now, God told them, don't worship idols. And they did it anyway. And Gideon's like, why has all this happened to us? Now, because he, a true servant of God, we can't process why this is happening. What did we do, God? Remember the lockdown? We like, God, everybody got punished. So why is all this happening to us? Where are all his wonders that the ancestors told about? Where is the goodness of God? I ain't saw nothing. All I saw is nothing. And we having this hard time. God ain't here for us. He ain't hearing us. But where's all this stuff we heard about? Where's the God that he going to deliver and set us free? Where's the God that said that he's going to make sure that all my needs are? Where's that God? That everybody told us about. So the angel Lord told him, look, you are a mighty man of valor, and I'm raising you up to deliver my people. But Gideon was like, yeah, I'm not so sure. If you really God, then when I wake up tomorrow, let my mat be wet, but the grass be dry. Okay? Sure enough, boom, woke up, it was like that. he said, well, you know what? I don't mean to be, but this time, let the dew be wet and the mat be dry. Okay. So he did that. The next day he got up. Now, here's the thing, folks. When we are not confident in our abilities, in our abilities of the God in us, right? Because here's the thing. As long as you operate with God outside of you, you will never experience the victory and liberation that you are seeking for yourself because you're not in agreement. Okay, we've already talked about that. So Gideon wasn't confident in his ability and what he could do. Why? Because he'd been witness to the Midianites and hanging out with all these, his folks, the Israelites, and they all in fear, and they broken down, busting, and disgusted because they done chose to worship idol. Now, see, why is it they went right back? I mean, this is a whole thread throughout the whole Bible about the Israelites. It's a group, just a sect of people, really. Us. Why is it that as soon as God gets you out of something, you go right back into your idol worship? Why? Why do you do that? And then when you get down to something, you call out to God and cry. Okay. This habit is we're going to break this today, okay? Here's the thing. If you find that you got yourself into a pickle, it's great. Cry out to God. You're supposed to ask God for guidance and, spirit to give you the revelation, information, and support that you need in order to deliver you. That's great. You do that. But also, we learned back a couple episodes about Solomon. He said, what do you want? He said, I want wisdom. Give me some sense. Help me figure out why I keep getting myself into this mess. Give me the wisdom to know the difference so that I will not do this again. Right? God, support is always going to bring a deliverer for you. But when are you going to finally take your power back and be your own deliverer? By conquering the fear that is within you. Because that's all it was fear. So he told him, he said, look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go down there and I want you to tear down that ball, that statue of Baal, and I want you to erect a statue to worship me. So what this was saying, what Gideon was saying was he was proclaiming to his folks, his people, look, we ain't gonna do this no more. This is the source of the problem. We worshiping idols. This is the source of the problem. So we need to annihilate it. Now, back in Numbers, back then, before they, right, back then, right, God told them, destroy the Midianites. See, yeah. Before God takes you into your promised land, we talked about this too. There are going to be some things, some ties that need to be severed in your life. So the Midianites is a representative of that. It's a representative of what can no longer serve you, no longer be a part of your experience. So he told them back in Numbers, destroy them. Here, sure enough, here they are again. We're all the way in Judges. Wait a minute. That's right. We all the way in Judges and Gideon having to do it again. So he said, look, erect a statue and worship me. You no longer worship Baal. So he did it, but he did it at night because he didn't want anybody to know he did it. I'll represent you, God, but I want to do it where it's not too much. I don't get too much where nobody know that I did it. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Yeah, I represent you, God. He's afraid what the people's gonna think. Because sure enough, when they found out, they said, okay, kill Gideon. Now look now, all Gideon did was say, look, I did it because God told me to, because we worshiping idols, and he said, thou shalt have no other God before me. So why y'all want to kill me? But they wanted to put him to death. But his father said, look, his father come to the rescue. If Baal is really God, he said he can defend himself when someone breaks down his altar. So why didn't he do it? So then he said, spared his life. Of course he was going to spare his life. Why? Because he's the main character. Okay, so he told him, says, go give me an army of 32,000 men to fight against the Midianites. Let's get everybody, rally the troops. And then when he brought him, he said, look, you have too many men. He said, I cannot deliver Midian into their hands, or Israel would boast against me. They will say, my own strength has saved me. So God instructed Gideon to reduce his army to just 300 men. 300. An impossible task. But Gideon obeyed and trusted God. So how did he do it? Well, you all know the story. So gave him some basses and some trumpets. He said, you go here, you go here, you go here. So while they were sleeping, he said, what happened was Gideon, before the attack, Gideon sneaked over there just to make sure. Throughout his uncertainty, he was still trying to carry out the mission. So he sneaked over there, and he heard him talk about it. He says, sure enough, I had a vision. They gonna get us. They gonna win. That the enemy was talking about the Midianites. Gideon heard it, so he went back. So that gave me more confidence. So he went through. He said, no, we just need 300 men. Let's get them together. We're going to do it. And so Sniper attack caused some confusion. They turned on themselves, and they were victorious because God told them they were victorious. Not because of what something Gideon did, because Gideon was operating. Talk about mustard seed faith. That's all Gideon had throughout that experience. Because he second guessing himself, not sure if God told him, not sure of his capabilities. Does that sound familiar to anybody? So once you trust and believe that you are capable, and that support will show up when you need it throughout every situation that you are experiencing. Your story will be victorious. But you have to understand my loves, that doggone fear. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Once you annihilate fear, so maybe that's what Midianites represented. They did, yeah, because they're representative of fear. See, so when you get down to the source, you annihilate fear back in your wilderness. When you go into wilderness, when you go through these other experiences, you won't have these experiences. Had they destroyed the Midianites, all of them, men too, God told them men too, back in Numbers, they wouldn't have been having this experience in Judges. That's 7 years of hell, had they did what God told them originally. Yeah, that struck a chord. Learn to be obedient to God's instructions in your spirit and what he's telling you to do, what your spirit is telling you to do. Learn to be obedient about it. Learn to conquer the fear that is holding you back from being you. The fear that is holding you back from being the mighty man of valor that you are designed to be. And it's hard sometimes because we want to be accepted, we want to be loved, we want to appear competent and capable. We want all of that, and we want to be of service. You see right there, God looking for people to be of service instead of people that being lovers of themselves. He's looking for them, and we want that. But I'm telling you, honey, that fear, do it anyway. This Gideon story is when he did it anyway. He was afraid. He questions his capabilities. He questioned God constantly. which means he was second guessing himself throughout the whole experience. He did it anyway. He pushed through the fear because he did it anyway. Although he was second guessing and not sure. I don't know if this is God talking to me or if there's some other God, because I know we've been existing in here worshiping all these gods who just be some kind of spirit. So let me just test it. Okay, make sure the fleece is wet or make sure the grass is wet. He did all that, right? Then he went over and snuck to the enemy's campground, spied on them, and heard that they knew that the Israelites were coming to destroy them. So he went back even more confident, knowing it's a done deal. We're gonna win. 300 men went in. Boom. They didn't even use any weapons. They used a vase and a trumpet. You know what that says to me? The trumpet represents your praise. The sound, the vibration, right? The vibration, your words, what you are saying, what you are singing will confuse the enemies in your life. So when they go low, you do go high. Why? Because when you talk to them, you're talking at a higher frequency, and it can cause us confusion, and they would turn on themselves because they don't know where that voice is coming from, because it's not resonating on the timeline that they're on. So they're confused, and they would turn on each other, and you won't even be a part of that experience. Oh, yes, baby, yes. You won't even be a part of it. And they destroyed themselves. He was fearful, but he was faithful. He carried out God's instructions, and he helped to annihilate the Midianites this time. The story of Gideon is a powerful testimony of God's faithfulness and the strength and courage that comes from trusting in him. Okay, trusting in God. When you trust in God, you must trust in yourself, baby. That's where God is. Trust in yourself. Because when you do, it says God's faithfulness and the strength and courage that come from trusting in him. It is a reminder to us that even when we face seemingly insurmountable challenges, we can have confidence that God is with us and will help us through. Why? Because he in you. And the God in me has given me the victory. That's right. I'm getting a t-shirt made. I'm going to have that shirt. God in me has given me the victory. God in you will see you through. Gideon's story shows us that God chooses the most unlikely people to accomplish great things. He wasn't a natural leader because he was afraid. Natural leaders aren't afraid. And he didn't have an army experience. He didn't need an experienced army SEAL. I'm done, y'all. Okay, listen. So you won't even need what you think you need in order to be victorious in these situations and circumstances that you're going through. Victorious over, whatever it is you're experiencing. You think you're going to need that, but no. God says you're going to need your praise. Okay, so what's the base? What is the base? Well, what's coming to my mind is the water bearer, revelation, liberation, uniqueness. So they brought their unique approach in order to annihilating their enemies. So you will have a unique approach to conquering whatever experience you're having in order to bring you to a place of victory. You will have that unique approach with your praise. So your praise is going to create and give you a unique approach of exactly what you need. Because it's like, look, okay, now why would you take a trumpet and a bass to a battle? When you take a sword or something, they took a vase and a trumpet. So the sound, they blew the trumpet and crashed and threw the vase to the ground, and it confused them because they were asleep. They were asleep. They were awake. They were on different frequencies. They were on different timelines. And that's how they were victorious. Because they had annihilated fear. So they had evolved beyond fear. And God calls them to be victorious. Same with you. He calls you to be victorious in every situation. If you just don't allow fear. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Trust and believe in the God in you. You have everything you need within you. And that when you go having an experience and you don't know what to do, and you feel as if you're being attacked and all this kind of stuff, your praise, your voice, your vibration, your sound, what you're saying to yourself, in yourself, is what's going to give you the unique approach to be victorious in every situation. Your story called victory, is a story where you always win. Yes, you always win. Because that's how your story is written. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Podcast listeners, thank you. Social media world, thank you. Thank you for sharing and caring. We appreciate your support. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Stay in Love TV. We have the season finale of the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show with our very special guest, Fred Calloway, Dr. Jody Bear, Rex Sykes, and other guests that I can't even remember right now. Dr. Jody Bear, Rex Sykes, Fred Calloway, Lydia Burton, Irene Vaxberg, all joining us 7 p.m. right here on Stay in Love TV, season finale of Spiritually Speaking and Awakening. And if there are other guests that'll be hopping on and joining and surprising us too, so we're looking forward to it. So join us Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on Stay in Love TV for Spiritually Speaking and Awakening season finale. Next week, join me for another exciting episode of the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show right here on Stay in Love TV, 8 a.m. Central, streaming live across all social media platforms. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. And may you have an amazing weekend. May your weekend be filled with victorious experiences. May you continue to have victorious experiences from this day forward. Thank you so much. Stay in love.
Hello, writers. I've partnered with Queen Beauty Studio to purchase these amazing lashes and other deliciousness, like this wonderful matte lipstick I'm wearing. Grab that link. You'll be glad you did. Stay in love.
Get ready for your now awakening. Today's Michelleology, Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern, only on Stay in Love TV.
Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started.